guys, it's Julie here. Welcome to our Friday night class. We are going to be working on the Scissor Sweep today. I'm so happy to see you guys. Come to attention and bow. Alright, for our warm-up, we're going to do a combination. We're going to do a knee lift, front kick, set your foot down, put the other foot behind, knee, front kick, set down, change, knee, kick, set down, change, knee, kick, change, knee, kick, change, knee, kick. There you go, on your own.
Hi, Nathan.
Keep it up. Doesn't have to be high. We're just trying to warm up, get the big muscles moving. We're going to do some fall drills in a second. And I just want to have your heart going a little bit so the blood's flowing. So you can be nice and relaxed when we start rolling onto the ground. Two more. One more. Nice. All right. So what we're going to do, just to do some falls, we're going to do some throws next week. So just keep everybody comfortable on the falls. Kind of simulation. I do want this to be a little bit of warm-up. It has a lot to do with how squishy your floor is, how fast you want to go down. I'm not going to call a rhythm. I just want you to do on your own falls. So back fall from squatting. Squat with your butt close to your heels. Roll straight down, smack the ground, come up, pull back, smack. Keep your chin tucked. Do not let your head actually come in contact with the ground. Just roll. Almost like an egg. All right? Then a side fall. Starting on the left. Bring that foot in front. Roll down to the side. Back up. Still keeping your chin tucked. The side you're falling to, that leg should be low. You should always keep the other side up bent. So it should never smash down.
Hi, Jessica. Hi,
Good.
Dan.
All right. Come to the other side.
Hey, Rochelle. Hey, Lee.
Roll down.
Hi, Annalie.
Roll. Hip to shoulder. Make sure that the hand is not bracing. You should hit everything before the arm hits. Two more. One more. Nice. All right, go ahead and start stretching on the ground. Legs out. Toes pointed straight up. Hands up. Reach straight forward. Try to walk it out.
Yeah, 4 people.
We're going to be doing a lot of work on the ground today. Reach all the way across to one side. Once we've got the scissor sweep, we will work on the guard escape for the person in the other position. Other side. Open your legs up just a little bit more. Back to the first side.
Reach up, Drew.
Second side. All right, we're going to do a seated quadricep stretch. The way that works, bring the foot back, bend it down, keep the other one straight. You're going to stretch the top part of your leg, trying to keep the knee on the ground. Sit back as far as you can.
Show off.
Sit up and change legs.
And see this right front center.
Sit back. Nice. All right. Just because Nathan was our first student today and this is his favorite, we're going to do the under leg toe stretch. Sit your hands underneath your thigh. stretch down. When you advance your hands, you want to do it on an exhale. So you can always add your stretch when you exhale. So as you slide your hands underneath your knees, make sure you're exhaling. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, slide your hands underneath your calves. Hold that. All right, take a deep breath. As you exhale, reach for your toes. Go to ankles if you can't. If you can reach your hands all the way past your feet, go ahead and do it. Nice. All right, bring both feet in. Butterfly stretch. What's that? Yep, Driya foul. Hayden, and the singing song.
Nathaniel's sticking his tongue out of it.
Oh, you stuck your tongue out of me, Nathan. You'll get there. I can't wait to see where you are when you come back. It better be better stretched. If it's not, we're going to have to talk to your brother. All right, bring one arm across. And the other arm. So as I said, what I want to work on today is our scissor sweep. This is a thing that you do if you are on the bottom of a guard. And since we have so many awesome karate people watching, some of you guys may know what we're doing, some of you may not. So I want to demonstrate the move and then show you the work that we're going to do to let you work through it, all right? So if Mr. Neal is in my guard, I'm going to plant one leg. I'm going to roll him away from us first. So just so you know, I'm going to plant the leg that's farther away from us, low on the ground like this around his knee. And I'm going to use the inside of his shoulder as a position to roll him, all right? So guard position is he's sitting on his knees. I've got my legs wrapped around him. So to set this up, I need to bring him down a little bit so I have his center about where mine is, and we're going to make like a circle so we can spin around. As I said, my back leg's going to go against his knee and hold it in place. And then my front leg that's going to be doing the move is going to hit in his armpit. If you have a buddy and you are working on this together, the person who is being rolled needs to turn their hand over. Neil's going to take his hand, and it's going to be like he's holding on to me, palm to me. If he keeps it like this, when he rolls, I will break his wrist. That is the safety thing for any roll out of guard. Make sure that your hand is curved in a way that it will roll with you. So in this,
Or fist.
or fist. If you keep a fist, I can't make your hand go back like this. So be conscientious of your safety. So in this case, Neil's right hand is going to be curved in a way that it can roll. And I'm going to hit him in his left armpit, and I'm going to roll him right over and get to a top mount position, all right? So I'm going to do it the other direction so you can see the foot on the ground. Come that way so I still know your shoulder. All right. So this time we're going towards the camera. I'm going to hook this leg. He's going to have the hand rolled under. So when I pull him back down, I hook his leg. And as you see, I'm going to kick up in that armpit and roll him right over. All right. So to work on this, and really the biggest reason I wanted to do this is something that you can work at home. First, one of the things that often gets missed is that leg hook.
All right, Joe.
When I do the motion, it's really easy to just focus on the kick, and we're going to do a lot of the move of how to roll over like this. But this, the reason it's a scissor, is this leg's coming in across at the same time this leg is, the kick over is happening. So my center is really where I'm rolling. I'm going around the pivot. I'm not necessarily doing a full position movement. So when I do the whole move, I'm going to pivot myself in a way to where instead of moving physically one space over, I kind of went half a space. So there is a certain amount of shift, but because I am scissoring, I'm pulling as well as pushing. So first drill I want you guys to work on is if you have something weighted. Now this is really small, but I wanted to still be able to show everything in the camera. If you've got something that will bring some friction on your ground and is weighted, a buddy. So Rochelle and Lee, good, you guys, you're gonna have the best weight there.
Rachel Lowry's here too.
Oh, yay! Hi, Ben and Rachel. If you don't have a buddy, that's great. You can use like a large detergent bottle, like a laundry detergent bottle. Anything nice and weighted. I know I've joked a little bit, but Nathan, you bring a transmission in from your car. There you go. You're going to scoop your leg around it. So we're going to work on that just a little bit. So if I'm in my guard position, my right leg's not in play, and I'm literally just going to work on scooping my knee through. So as I shoot the other knee across, I need to be moving my weight with my bottom leg. We're going to do that about 700 times. And we're going to do it with the other leg. All right, so we're going to put it inside my left leg, and I'm going to shove everything across. So my hips are actually turning a bit as I do it, and it's not just the top one going, it's pulling the bottom one through also. And one more time, flip it over. Now, the whole flip. Your top leg to left. Obviously, I want you to practice with friction, and the whole reason I want you to have something weighted to move around is that you are going to have to move your partner and yourself. But if you go move all of your weight and all of their weight, that's a lot of muscle you have to put into play. So even though I want you to be super strong, we're also going to use physics on this. So at no time am I literally just straight scissoring, because right across the center, if Neil is back in my guard, hitting right across to go straight is his core. When you move somebody at their core, you're moving 100% of their body. So if I hit right at his hips, I'm literally moving all of Neil at the same time, and I have to be strong enough with my inner thigh to move Neil's weight. Even though he's not a huge guy, that's more than my inner thigh can move. So what I do is I make it go around the circle. That's why I'm coming up to the shoulder. Thank you, Mr. Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
So now, while we work on our pass-through, which is straight across with our bottom leg, we're going to bring our top leg knee to shoulder. So that's got to come on an angle, all right? So remember our warm-up? We did our knee strike. That was straight. I want you to come opposite shoulder. So let's do that standing up a few times. I'm coming right leg, left shoulder, left leg, right shoulder. Again. Now you do it on the ground. So we're going to lay down, take right leg all the way to left shoulder. See how that brings my hips up? So when I put the whole thing together, I'm going to roll, and I come up on a 45 because I didn't roll straight. All right? So again, you should do that. You should change your angle of sight. Left leg pulls through, right leg comes over, come up on a 45. And one more time. Left leg goes through, right leg comes over, come up on a 45. Guess what? Opposite direction. So now my right leg's going to come through, my left leg's going to come over, and as I flip, I should be looking on the 45. All right, so I chose to do this on the hard floor because I know some of you guys don't have pads like we have the blue pads or whatever. It is going to hurt. If you don't have like straight sport knee pads, you can wear like really long socks. You can fold some towels up and put them inside like your leggings or something to make a knee pad. You'll want to do this a little bit even with the resistance, because they're again the same thing like building up against the muscle. When you do this on a padded floor and it doesn't hurt, but you're working against a partner's weight, you're still going to feel not the same, like it's not going to hit the same spots, but it'll feel easier. And then you'll be like, oh, this is so much easier than what I did at home. So it's a good thing to get used to rolling around on those knees and building up those calluses. So right leg, straight across, left leg to right shoulder. Come up on the 45, all right?
William Booker.
Who?
William
me, what that does is it takes you from the bottom of a 50-50 position. Which way are you going to roll?
Whichever way you want me to, Miss Julie.
Either way is fine.
You go that way?
Okay, squeeze that way just a little bit. So guard is a 50-50 position. I can tap Neil out from here. He can tap me out from here. I can do things, we're going to do a guard escape in a second. He can do things to obviously roll over. Where he's going to end up in this is an awesome position to be in. This is going to take him to top mount. Top mount is probably the premier dominant position. All right, so he's going to pull me forward just a little bit. He's going to hook my leg, flip everything over, and now he's totally in top mount. And if this were a striking fight, he'd be knocking me out, and things would really not be good for me. All right? So, guard pass. Where are we on time? Oh, perfect. We're going to show the traditional guard pass. I'm also going to go leg across guard pass because some of us have really, really, really sensitive nerves. And it makes it a little bit easier to get out of the guard position. From inside the guard position, again, if you are working, especially with a partner, on a solid floor, you'll want knee pads because when you brace your leg, there's going to be a lot of pressure on the ground. So one of the things we didn't talk about for the scissor sweep is how you want to be in the guard to make it really, really good for you to take advantage of your 50-50. I want to have my knees out really wide. I want to have a good wide triangle. That's why when Neil collects everything up, it's really important to have that bottom leg. Because if I'm out as wide as I am here, and those stretches that we do, if I widen my knees out as far as I possibly can, that gives me a stable base that he's got to make. That's the circumference of my circle. When he pulls it in tighter, we roll faster and he's more likely to make that happen. He wants to have his hips off the ground. All of that is friction. So he can't be very maneuverable like that. If his hips are on the ground, he can't move around very much. But you notice legs are stronger than arms, so when he moves his hips, he's physically moving me because he's got a lot of leverage behind it, and he uses the friction of his shoulders on the ground to do it. So for me to break out of his guard, the first thing I've got to do is plant him on the ground, which is what I want to do. So I'm going to get his hips nice and low, keeping my center really, really wide. I'm going to bring one leg straight in the center of his rear end and open myself out as wide as I can to make his legs open up, all right? That's our next exercise. You want to do it?
No, go ahead.
All right. So what we're about to do is going from a triangle, one knee comes in, I'm literally going to post up. I'm going to shoot with my core and turn my whole body. Well, that is a slick floor.
You want to pad now?
No, it's okay. You can tell I haven't practiced this on a wood floor though. Come straight up, I'm pressing against him, turn up super high. Come down again, hips up high. So my shoulders, everything comes up. It's one of the few times I really want to posture. And what I'm doing here is I'm taking this hip, making my hips as wide as they possibly can be. He's wrapped around me really narrow, and I'm opening everything up so that that closure in his legs is not as easy for him to keep.
If you notice, I actually had a nice close guard on Miss Julie, and when she shoved my hips down, and when she stepped back real far,
Yep.
that broke that closed guard.
So we're going to
easily.
kind of do this on a 45 so you can see what happens to my hooked legs. So when Neil comes in, my legs are hooked closed behind him. And like I talked about, when I come up and I shift, even though he's bigger than me, I am physically moving him around. So when he plants me to the ground, that same thing doesn't work. Now he's going to make his hips as wide as he can be by shooting that leg out behind him, and I can touch my toes. And I pop my knee to do that. So to maneuver around, there's no way I can hook my feet together anymore. So with the exception of those rare, very long leg people, Will, you're one of them. This is a good thing for you. Most people can't keep their guard closed once you do this anymore. So working that exercise. So again, not even the whole pass. If you've got your partner, I want you to just really focus on pressing that knee and opening up. If you have no partner, just really focus on getting that triangle stance. Some of you guys have seen Neil do this stretch in warm-ups. It's a really important thing to do. And again, post out. Now, obviously, you can go to the other side. The beauty of this is you do get to choose. You don't have to know both sides as well, because obviously with the legs flipped around, you can go either way, but it's really good to know both sides. So we've been shooting up by bringing our right knee in, and opening our left. Sorry about that, I just opened right up on Mr. Neil. And again, right knee, left leg. We're going to do the opposite, all right? So we're wide, left leg, bring the right leg out. Coming from low, left, shoot right. So this is actually pretty dynamic. It's hard to do without a partner. If you get good at this at home on your own, having them to lever against is going to make it a lot easier, I totally promise. All right, just since I did get to beat up on him quite a bit on the scissors throw, I'm going to let Mr. Neil finish this guard pass. So, he's going to open my hips up, push the knee in, go across. He's going to collect this leg. You notice how he's still holding my hips to the ground? He knows where I am, and he can feel what I'm doing with my center at this time. He's going to collect up the leg, swim around past it, and go all the way to a side control. Really important thing about passing the leg.
You do a triangle?
Yeah. He's A, got to be fast, and B, he needs to keep my leg straight and keep it on the lower part of his arm, all right? One thing you've got to be careful about when you do this, if he starts hooking into his tricep and bending his arm, my leg naturally is going to slide right up his shoulder and go to his neck, and I get this fun little thing called a triangle choke, and I won. So, sometimes a guard pass is a ploy for me to win. So once he's got my legs open, he's going to be very conscientious to one, remember how I said you posture up? He wants to keep himself nice and tall so I can't hook his neck. He wants to come around me super fast. And at the same time, he's turning me towards the back. So if he rolls me dynamic enough, he might get a back control instead of a side mount. All right, one more time. Put a knee straight center. Open up, nice and solid, beautiful. Roll, roll, roll all the way around. Oh, okay. Or don't make your partner kick you. All right, that is a danger of that, because if they're smart and they're trying to get to your neck, their foot's going to be a little close to your head. All right, what I like to do is called hugging the leg, all right? If you do happen to have a workout dummy, can I borrow you? Or a partner.
What? Tell me a workout dummy.
When I pass the guard, lay down. Push his hips down, brace the knee, open up really dynamically. I like to hug the leg. This allows me to pivot around it really well and really have a lot of control over what I'm doing with that to prevent things like that kick from happening. But it makes me stay up straight. That's the biggest thing about it for me. It keeps me from bending over, which sets me up for that triangle. So I'm up nice and straight, and I literally just pivot around that leg and pass right through. All right. If you do have a partner, when you pass guard, fall on them. Like for real. All right? You notice how Neil was rolling me over? You can see my back when he came down. That's what you want to do. So, when I come in, this is not me nice and gently placing him. See how nice and gentle that doesn't open his legs up very well? What I want to do is dynamic. Get a hold of his leg, dynamic. Fall right on him, dynamic. He is my cushion. Not so much fun for your partner at home, but you get to pay back by trading places, all right?
You got me down here?
I am, thank you. So those are a couple of things. If you have seen the workout dummy video that Mr. Neil posted, and you are working from home, whatever you have that you can work with, it's something to practice a little bit of this. While we're on the concept of being dynamic about this, all right? I can pretend. I can start just with this. All I need is the torso. I press the hips to the ground, put my knee straight in, nice and dynamic. Hug the leg, roll across and fall. I mean, you don't have to worry about if you hurt your partner or not. You can just get used to really putting the weight on them. That's really important for maintaining the dominance all the way through. A dominant position, dominant top mount, I am totally sitting on it. A dominant side control, I am totally laying on it. It is squishing, it should make noise. Anybody who's in jiu-jitsu class knows that that's exactly how it works with a partner as well. So when it sounds like it's losing its breath, you've done something good. So, at home, no partner. Last time through. Out wide. Hips to the ground. Bring one knee in. Open. Hug the leg. Come around. Bring knees up. Squish all the way down. At home. No partner scissor sweep. Real quick review. Brace the knee. Pull the right leg through. Left leg to right shoulder. Scissor through. Come up on the 45. All right. Perfect. So that was literally everything I wanted to get through tonight. We had a lot of fun working both partner and no partner. So hopefully you guys all got to see what to work on to build on this skill set at your house. Thank you guys so much for checking out the class tonight. I hope you learned something that's going to help you out in any of your skills, whether you're just in the karate classes taking advantage of this opportunity or looking at jiu-jitsu or some of your self-defense moves. Let's see, next week we have some throws coming up. We are going to work Osotogari, which is, of course, fighting six, 7 from the back. A lot of karate skill set. We're going to work the guillotine choke, which is Mr. Neal's favorite. And we're going to work Marotogari, which is a two-legged takedown. So if you guys are missing masters, and remember that from the grappling and masters, it is when you do on the ground. We're going to do the standing version, so it's going to build your master skill set as well. You should be getting emails about the Spark University. I'm not totally sure how everything's going to work on jiu-jitsu on that. But if Mr. J opens it up for karate, we would love to see you guys taking part in that as well. Otherwise, we miss you guys. Be safe, be well, and thank you again so much for coming tonight.